Senior Care, that's the name of the organization. The man representing them, Rick Judy, he's here to talk about the facility and what is offered and some legislation that's going to be put in place or has been or will be or should be.
Well, actually should be is more like it. Actually, there was legislation proposed last year, and it did make it through the Senate, but it died in the House. So it didn't actually go through, and it was to legislate non-medical home care in Arizona. Arizona is one of 23 states in the United States that does not have legislation regarding non-medical home care.
And what would this legislation say?
Well, it would probably say something, and it would license home care companies, as myself.
Providers, yeah.
Yeah, providers of home care to meet certain standards and certain levels of service, because there's a lot of things going on out there. Most of it is very good for the seniors that are served by this kind of an industry, our industry, but not all of it is.
And you meet all the standards that we're talking about, Tender Hearts.
Of course, yes. And that's why this Arizona Non-Medical Home Care Association has been formed. It's a brand new association. It's in its infancy stages. I'm sitting on the board of directors for it. They started, the idea was born last year after the legislation didn't get through. And
do you think this will assist in getting legislation through?
Well, at this point, we're not looking at that yet, but most of the members, I would think, would agree that legislation, whether you like it or not, is forthcoming, but now it's probably going to be at least 5 years out.
Well, and this is a great second step. This is Plan B, because obviously if there's a big association that all agree with the same principles and the same guidelines, then this is where I'd go if I wanted in home care, right?
Well, and not only that, it's an attempt by the industry to self-regulate. Things such as, for instance, the American Medical Association is an attempt to self-regulate, keep it in-house, and make it something where the members regulate the other members. And that's what we're looking to do here.
You know what, that makes much more sense to me than including, you know, Big Brother. Big Brother's way too involved in my life to begin with. I'd rather have people in the industry taking charge, and then I'll decide whether I want to go with it.
So you're policing your own?
That's the idea, yes, exactly. And there is actually a resolution process that's being put into place through this association, so that if the consumer had a problem with a non-medical home care company that was a member of the association, the consumer could actually go to the association and say, I have a problem, and they would mediate and become a resolution for that consumer with the agency. A lot of times the problem between a consumer and any business is communication. There's you know, obviously a good company wants to provide the best service, but perhaps there's a miscommunication, something's done wrong.
And then the resolve comes quicker, I think. Again, going back to the bureaucracy of government, you're lucky if you get anything done going to the government. It goes from one department to the next department, and then they shove you off to another department, and pretty soon you're lost in the shuffle. Right,
and the whole focus here is to have companies that provide a level of service. Therefore, if there's a violation of that, or they're not providing that service, then the consumer has someplace to go where it can be resolved. Now, it's not a court action, there's no legal to it, it's more of a mediation, you know, a neutral party stepping in to say, you know, what's going on here, how do we resolve the problem? As the owner of a company, you don't always get to know you even have a problem.
Right.
The customer may not complain.
And I believe it's safe to say that the need for this service will only grow in the coming years.
Oh yeah, it's amazing, the growth. I saw an article in the paper last, I believe, Sunday, and it showed the graph of the age and the growth, and the under, you know, the 30, 40 generation, the line is growing, but it's very, very level. Over 65 shoots up, just like that. So the population is aging, we all know that, so the need for this service is going to be much greater down the line.
So you guys are on cutting edge as far as getting something together early on, and then starting to police yourself, as Tanya said.
Right, and we're really working right now all over the state. One of the reasons that they asked me to sit on the board is because they didn't have any representation from northern Arizona. So I'm basically trying to Prescott, Cottonwood, Verde Valley, Sedona, Flagstaff, up to the rim, try to get everybody in conjunction with this, joining this. And you can actually go to the web page and check out any company, including mine, and you'll see how they meet the standards of practice that the association has set up. So you can see what those standards are, who they are.
So this will be, or already is, it's in Arizona.
Yes.
State-based, it will be a state-based.
Yes, it's only for Arizona. And currently we have 17 member companies, okay? And, you know, all of them
Representing the entire state right now?
Yes, there's approximately 400 and some odd companies in the state. And at this point, we've got 17 of them joined up. So you can see it's a big project.
But we should have all 400 someday.
Yes.
Yes, yes. If you think about the board of realtors, so, you know, if you're going to buy or sell a home,
Same thing.
you're going to probably deal with somebody who is a realtor. I mean, you don't have to legally, but the chances are you're going to deal with somebody who's a board of realtors.
Well, I think people feel more comfortable about that, and there is strength in numbers. Instead of picking somebody out of the hat and saying, I'm gonna let them have my senior citizen or my parent taken care of. I'd rather go to somebody that has a group that's looking after them.
Well, not only that, does that person that you pick out, do they have the proper insurances? Do they pay their employees correctly, pay their taxes? Do they do all the things that we're saying you have to do to be a member of the association?
Absolutely.
Thank you very
Rick,
much.
always a pleasure.
Rick, makes sense. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Tender Hearts, good stuff.
Yes. Wait, don't go. There's more.